So let's start sitting with your spine nice and long, however is comfortable for your body. And you can place your hands on your body or not. Long, smooth breaths. I want you to see if you can feel your breath down below your belly button without forcing it there, right? And then thinking about how you're feeling in this moment and how you want to feel when we're done with practice today, right? So I kind of always ask you the same questions. How do you feel now? How do you want to feel? And if you're not sure, like notice that first thing that pops into your head. So as we begin to move through the practice, after you've set your intention, I want you to see if you can continue to breathe as fully as you're breathing right now. And I'll try to remind you to check into that, right? So we're going to start, since we're going to focus on hips and shoulders today, I want to start with some tennis balls. And so hopefully you've set your intention and you're connected to your breath. And we're going to start with the tennis balls in front of the sits bone. So your knees are bent. You lift up your leg just so you're not lifting up your butt. Press the tennis balls in. And then we're going to move the legs from side to side. Right? And the idea here, so if my elbows were my sits bones, we're trying to push the sits bone into the tennis ball to loosen up those connectors, right? Still breathing, noticing sensations, right? And you all kind of know this routine. We're gonna take the tennis balls and move them out just a centimeter or two, continue that same movement. So we want to kind of get all along the bottom part of the pelvis, not that it rests in a straight line. And you're still breathing. And then when you're ready, we're going to move those tennis balls out just a smidge more. And now I'm over on the side a little bit. So now when I come to the side, I'm going to kind of press into the tennis ball with the outside of the hip a little bit. Still breathing. Now, again, shifting into just outside the sits bones. And for me, those are feeling a little tender today. So still rocking side to side, front to back, working those tennis balls into your glutes. And the whole point of this, I know some people have said, why do we spend time doing this? You know, the idea is to start to loosen the muscles, the connective tissue, the connectors around the pelvis. So when we do those bigger bigger movements to work the bigger muscles, we might not get hurt, right? And then we're going to take the tennis balls and move to the back of the pelvis a little bit, kind of far out, because we're going to move in closer. And working with your breath. Hi, welcome. And again, as you're ready, maybe moving a little bit in more, or move the tennis balls forwards or backwards. So always an exploration for what works for your body. And you may hear a little buzzer in the background occasionally because there is a game happening right now. I think it's basketball. Not sure. Okay. So now I want you to stop for a moment and just check in and notice how you feel. Now for the second part, after you're done exploring how you feel in your hips, we're going to do the upper part of the body. So I'm going to show you two different ways to do this. You're going to do whichever one works for you best. So if you have two tennis balls, you're going to carefully get yourself onto your back, place the tennis balls at the top your shoulders. And then start to, you might move through your arms, right? Inhaling the arms up, or doing angel, snow angel arms out to the sides. Or you might move your body up as the tennis balls work their way down your back. You're going to stay off the vertebrae and stay on the muscles. So your spine goes down the center of your back. You have the tennis balls on either side of the spine, but not on the spine, never on the spine. I'm thinking I might stay here a little bit more. It's kind of feeling pretty good. Right, and so moving through your arms, moving your body so that you get those stretches where you want to. And I said I was going to give you a second way. If that doesn't work for you because it's too much pressure, you can take your tennis ball and you can make your way up to a wall. And you just take one tennis ball, because if you try to use two, it will roll away from you, and press your body into the wall and work your body up and down that tennis ball. And sometimes, you know, feeling a little bit more tender, the wall can be a little bit gentler, because when you're on the ground, of course, you have your body weight pressing into the balls. So from here, and I'm going to say take about, 30 more seconds to finish up anything else you might want to do with your tennis balls and your upper back body, always staying where there's structure, right? So you never go below the rib cage. And then when you're ready, we're going to take the tennis balls out and just relax on the floor. And so now we're going to get rid of the tennis balls. You're just laying on the floor and feeling your feet on the ground, and feet are about hip width apart with the knees bent, and you're just going to start to tilt through your pelvis. Your arms can be on your body or the floor, whatever feels good, but you're just tilting. So pubic bone up, pubic bone down, right? Just tilting through the pelvis. Moving with your breath. Now we're going to pause for a moment. And here you're going to, on the inhale, press down with the feet, lift up the pelvis, exhale, come back down. We're going to do that 3 or 4 times. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Now we're going to add in moving the arms. So the inhale, one arm comes up, head turns away from the arm, hips come up. Exhale, hips down, head back to center, arm comes down. Alternate sides. Inhale, arm up, hips up, head turns. Exhale, back to the center. You're just going to move with your breath. Alternating sides. Noticing how you're using your body to get yourself up off of the ground. And one more time on the second side, and we're going to pause again. You're going to check in. And now I want you to interlace your fingers, and you're going to turn your palms up towards the ceiling, and your arms are perpendicular to the ground. And at first, all I want you to do is press up with your hands and lift your shoulders up off the mat, and then bring them back down. So you're moving, lifting the shoulders away from the ground. So inhale is when you're on the ground. Exhale is when you're pushing up. Okay? One more time. And we're going to keep the arms where they are, unless of course they get tired. Now you're going to inhale, press down with the feet, the head, and the shoulders. Lift the hips and exhale back down. So you're just keeping the arms where they are. And pay close attention to what's happening in the upper back body as you lift the hips up and down. 2 more times. Inhale up, exhale down. Beautiful. Now, we're going to take those arms, extend them up overhead, stretch your legs out on the ground. And we're going to walk the arms over to the right. So your hips and shoulders stay on the ground, and then walk the legs over to the right. So your body would make the shape of a banana, right? Arms and legs in the same direction, hips and shoulders on the ground. And if your arm is ending up hanging up in the air, you're going to bring it down to your side body. Because we want the arms connected to the floor. Long, smooth breaths. We're going to stay for a few breaths. And see if you can pull your breath right into that whole left side of your body. Feel that expansion through the rib cage. On an inhale, we're going to make our way through the center. And then we're going to move over to the left side. So again, arms and legs over to the left. This time, breathing in fully to that right side, right? Noticing all the wonderful sensations. Sometimes we don't realize how much work can be done in a static pose. So meaning a pose where we're not moving, right? So one more breath, and again, on an inhale, we're going to come through the center, bending the knees. We're going to bring the arms back down to the sides. Now let's take the feet off of the ground. So 2 different ways that you can do this pose, right? First one, inhale, legs up over into the sky, arms overhead, exhale, knees into the body, arms come down. Other option is to have your arms overhead, legs on the ground. Inhale here, exhale, legs come up, arms come down. Moving with your breath. It's not about momentum. And you're moving in a way that works for you. Okay, one more. And we're going to pause and take the hands onto the knees, make some nice circles, a couple of times in each direction. Just pause for a moment, notice how you're feeling. Carefully take your feet down to the ground. We're going to roll over onto our side, push yourself up, and we're going to make our way onto our hands and knees. How's everybody doing? Good? Warm? Comfortable? All right, so here we are. Wrists slightly in front of the shoulders, knees slightly behind the hips. You're going to engage those lower abdominals. Inhale is going to be up here at tabletop. Exhale down towards your child's pose. Moving with your breath. Inhale up. Exhale down. No rush. And I know we do this pose a lot, and that's because it helps so many parts of our body. And if this doesn't work for you because of your knees, you can absolutely do the same pose on your back, bringing your knees into your chest. Inhale is up, exhale is down. All right, now we're going to pause for a moment up at the top in our tabletop. Now I want you to extend your right leg and the foot's flexed. And if your knees are poking into the ground, you can put a blanket or a folded up mat under your legs. So you're holding that leg up. Now the movement is going to be bring that leg out to the side and come back to the center. Same side. We're going to do it 3 or 4 times. And you're moving slowly with your breath. If it's too much, you could have your toes on the ground where you're not lifting the leg up. Okay, one more time. When the leg comes back, we're going to bring that knee down to the ground. Take a breath, and when you're ready, left leg up, foot flexed. And again, with your breath, moving that leg out to the side, noticing And don't make it bigger than your body likes. And again, if it's too much, you can have your toes moving along the floor. Okay, and again, when you come back to the center, you're gonna pause for a moment. And also, I didn't say this, but if your wrists get tired, you could be on your elbows, and you could also try blocks of your hands. Now we're gonna stretch out the right leg again, lift it up off the ground, bend the knee, your foot is flexed towards the ceiling, and now you're gonna push up. Did anybody say they wanted to work on their butt today? What? No, do it. Okay, pressing up, breathing, still breathing. Still breathing. Okay, we're gonna bring it down. Second side. So again, extend the left leg, lift it up, bend the knee, foot is flexed, and pressing up towards the ceiling, and you keep breathing. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. I don't know why I keep saying that. Okay, and again, when you're done, we're gonna bring that knee down. Nice big inhale, we're gonna exhale down towards child's pose. This time we're gonna stay down there. You're gonna walk your hands over to the left, reach your hips over to the right, stretch through your hips and your side bodies. Keep breathing. I just realized I'm probably saying that for myself. Come through the center, we're gonna move to the second side. So again, you're really reaching your hips over to the left as the arms are over to the right, stretching through that whole side body. On an inhale, let's come through the center. Now, if you happen to have a block, we're going to take it and put it in front of us. And you don't have to use a block, but I like to. Okay, so we're going to come up onto the knees. Right hand is going to be on the pelvis with the top of the hand touching the back of your pelvis, fingers pointing down. The inhale will be left arm in line with the ears. Exhale, you come down towards the floor in the block, turn your head away from the arm. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, down towards ground, stay on the same side. Inhale is up, exhale is down. And notice, notice your muscles working to lift you up off the ground, right? What's helping you to get there? 2 more times on the side. And once you're up, pause, and then take that second side. So inhale is up, exhale down towards your block of the ground. Moving at your pace, with your breath, noticing all the wonderful things happening in your body as you move. We're going to do 2 more times. Inhale is up, exhale is down. And after this next time, you're gonna, again, pause for a second. Some of you may like to have 2 blocks for this next part. So what we're gonna do is step your left foot forward, knee over the ankle. Your back knee is on the ground behind your hip. And you'll notice, like, sometimes we do this, with the knee off the ground, sometimes with the knee on, and we stretch different muscles, right? Doing it in different ways. So we're breathing. You're feeling your body weight push into that hip flexor, maybe. And you might even feel it like in the front of one and the back of the other. So just notice where you feel sensation. Now we're going to start to move at your own pace. And so you're going to, you might walk the blocks back with you, flex the foot. And some of you might reach your body towards the leg. Some of you will stay upright. Keep breathing. Now, you can choose to go back and forth from each position with your breath. Or you can choose to kind of stay forward and keep breathing, or stay back and keep breathing, right? Depending on what your body needs right now. I tend to like to go back and forth, but there are days when doing one or the other feels really necessary. All right, so the next time that you come forward, there's no rush to get there. And you might use a block under your right hand or have it on the floor. We're going to take the left hand onto the thigh, belly towards the inner thigh. And I know sometimes we lift that left hand up, but today I want you to use it to press into your thigh and help your body to pivot towards the inner thigh. It's okay. Keep breathing. One more breath. Nice big inhale, then we're going to exhale, turn back towards the ground. We're going to step back that left foot and bring your right foot forward. And even though you know where we're going now, I want you to stay with that front knee bent for just a few breaths. And again, making sure that front knee is over the ankle, back knee behind the hip. And you know, if you're ever wondering why, like if we have the knee directly under the hip, there's no stretch. I get absolutely no stretch at all in the front of the hip flexor. All right, so again, you're going to decide at your own pace. We're going to walk the blocks or the hands back, straighten the leg, flex the foot, maybe bring your body towards the leg. And again, you might stay here for a few breaths, or you might want to move back and forth through those two poses. Always making sure the body feels good as you're moving. Now, again, eventually we're going to come towards the front of the mat. Your hand will be on the block or the floor, left hand, right hand onto the thigh. And again, we're going to use that right hand to help us bring the belly towards that right inner thigh. And you're actively pressing your hand into the thigh. And you're breathing and noticing how, when you press down, that helps you to feel those muscles that are moving as you twist it. Keep breathing. So nice big inhale. We're going to exhale towards the ground. Now this time, carefully turn those back toes under, lift up your knee and step your back foot forward. And now we're in a forward bend, and the inhale is going to be halfway up. Exhale in towards your legs. So obviously we're making our way up towards standing, moving with your breath. And you might have your knees bent. You're going to do whatever feels good. All right, so on an inhale, we're going to come all the way up. And you might roll through your shoulders for just a moment, inhaling up, exhaling down. You can do them simultaneously or alternating, seeing what feels good. And before we do any of the bigger movements, I want you on an exhale to bring your chin towards your chest. And you're just letting the body weight help to stretch the upper back body and the back of the neck. Now, keeping your head forward, you're going to reach the left ear towards the left shoulder. Keep breathing. Soften the right shoulder. Inhale back to the center. And then make your way over to the right shoulder with the right ear. And again, soften the left shoulder. One more time back to the center, and we're going to lift the head up. So for this one, I'm trying to think what I have here. I'm going to use the back of the chair. Some of you will make your way to a wall. I want you to be able to have your hands on something, right? So it could be a wall, a ballet bar, back of the sofa, back of the chair. And then you're going to walk yourself back so that your body and arms are maybe parallel with the floor. You might have a bend in your knees. And then we're going to take the right hand onto the back of the pelvis. And you're going to turn your head away from the left arm. So inhale is going to be head looking towards the floor. Exhale, head turning away from the left arm. So we're isolating, moving the head and neck, but noticing what's happening in the rest of the body as we do that. Now, next time your head is back to neutral, we're going to stretch out the right arm, bring your left hand onto your pelvis, and again, with your breath, inhale, head turns away from the arm, exhale, back to center. Just moving that head, noticing what's happening in your body as you do so. So again, when your head is back to neutral, we're going to extend the other arm out. So now both arms are on the chair or on the wall. You're going to walk your left foot to center and you're going to stretch out the right leg. So now your right leg is parallel with the floor. Maybe your body is, maybe your arms are. You might have a bend in your standing leg. And you're just going to lift that leg up and down with your breath. And it may come down and touch the floor, or it may not. It may just like hover over the ground. Now, next time your foot comes down to the floor, we're going to place it on the floor. Bring your weight into your right foot. And again, extend the left leg out and move that leg up and down. One more time, and when that foot comes to the floor, you're going to bend your knees and then carefully take your hands off of the floor or the wall, bring them onto your thighs and lift your upper body up. So now you're in the chair position. Okay, keep breathing, make sure that low back is good. Yeah, you can change your position so you can see me. All right, and then inhale, let's stand up. Now with your breath, keeping your hands on your thighs, inhale up, exhale, slide down. And you're going to do that a few times just to bring yourself back to your center, inhaling up, exhaling, sliding down your body. And noticing how you feel. And let's see, next time that you come up, you can stay near the wall or you can come back to the center of your mat. What I want to do here today is to bring your weight into your right foot and you're going to cross that left ankle over top. You might have your hands at your heart center. You might have a hand on the wall. And we're going to sit like you're sitting into a chair. So that left foot is flexed, right? It's crossed over the knee. You're breathing as you're sitting down. Holding onto the wall if necessary. And then let's come on up. We're going to do the second side. So again, crossing over top of the knee, foot is flexed, hands at the heart center or holding onto your chair, sitting back. Keep breathing, never forcing. Beautiful. Come on up. We'll release the foot and the hands onto your thighs. One more time. Inhale up, exhale, slide down. All right, now we are going to, you probably want to be on your mat for this one. We're going to take a long stance. So you're going to start towards the front of your mat. And you're going to keep your right foot where it is. And you're going to make a nice big step back into a high lunge with your left foot. Then we're going to pivot that heel down at an angle. So like warrior two legs. Your front knee is over your ankle. Your back knee, so your feet are still hip width apart, right? Meaning like there's still space between my feet. Okay, you're gonna stretch out the arms. And we're gonna turn the palms up towards the sky. And you're gonna reach your fingertips away. Your vision is over your fingertips. And keep breathing. Now on an inhale, you're gonna drop that left hand and reach the right arm up into a reversed warrior. Keep breathing. And on an inhale, you're gonna unwind. This time, turn your palms down. And we're gonna bend that front elbow and you're gonna place it on your thigh and reach that left arm up in line with your ear. Beautiful. On an inhale, you're gonna unwind, come back to your warrior two with the palms open. Exhale. Next inhale, reach up and back. And again, we're gonna inhale back to neutral, our neutral, with the palms down. Bend the elbow, take it onto the forearm and stretch out that left arm in line with your ear. We're gonna do that one more time. Inhale to neutral, palms open up towards the sky. Inhale, reaching back. Coming back to our neutral, palms down. Inhale, and then exhale as we make our way onto the thigh, extending the left arm in line with the ear. So beautiful. Now we're going to inhale, lift ourselves up. You're going to come back into your high lunge. Bring your hands down to the ground. Step that back foot forward, and then step back with the right foot. And again, we're going to make our way into the high lunge. Pivot the back heel onto the ground. I'm just going to switch sides. Okay, stretch out those arms. So remember, again, get yourself in a position that feels good in your hips. Your feet are connected to the floor. We're going to extend those arms. Open your palms up, vision on your fingertips. And you're reaching with those arms. Like, so when I reach out, I can feel it in my armpits, okay? Inhale, arm comes up and back. On the next inhale, coming back to our neutral, palms down. Inhale again. Exhale, bend that forearm, place it on, bend the elbow. Place the forearm on the thigh, right arm in line with the ear. Keep breathing. On the inhale, unwind. Open the palms up. Next inhale, reach back. Next inhale, come back to our neutral with the palms down. Inhale again, exhale, forearm on the thigh. Oh, it looks so good. We're gonna do it one more time. Inhaling back to neutral. Note, the legs don't barely move, right? I'm not bending and straightening the legs, palms open. Inhale, reach back. Inhale, unwind. And on the exhale, forearm down, extend that arm. Now, when we unwind this time, we're going to inhale, come up, extend the arms. We're going to bring the feet parallel. And you're going to pull in towards the center, try to find those inner thighs. Okay. Inhale with your limbs extended. Exhale, you're going to bend the elbows and the knees and squeeze your head. Well, pretend. And you can make noise. I'm going to make some noise. Ready? Inhale, extend. Exhale. Feels so good. I don't know. All right, one more. Beautiful. Now, I want you to, you're gonna take a slight bend in your knees. Notice where your feet are on your mat. We're gonna step your left foot towards your right foot and take your arms overhead. Notice like how it feels. Then we're gonna step out, bend your knees, other side in. And you're just going with your breath, no rush here. You can shorten the stance. Now you're like, this takes coordination. This is making my arms tired. I had this like, boy, my breath. Okay, last time, when we go over to your second side, bring those hands to the heart center. And you're gonna pause, but you're gonna keep breathing. Okay, so keep breathing and notice how you feel. Like, it doesn't seem like a lot of work, but like the heart rate, the body temperature, your breathing rate, it all shifts a little bit. All right, so from here, I want you to bring your, just rest your thumbs on your breastbone, on your sternum, fingertips are touching. And you're going to come onto the left foot, come onto the right toes. And we're just gonna lift the knee up and roll through the ankle. Now, if it feels safer to have your arms out, obviously take your arms out. So a couple times in each direction. And then we're gonna bring the foot down. Keep breathing, second side. Knee comes up, rolling through the ankle. Still breathing a few times in each direction. And then we're gonna take that foot down to the ground. And let's see, we've been using our blocks, so might as well take another one. We're gonna take the block and place it between your thighs in a comfortable position, right? Now here, you're not probably going to be able to see the movement that I'm making. What I want you to think about, you're pressing into the center with your thighs, and like a Pez dispenser, imagine that you push that block so that it comes out behind you. So like you're trying to use your inner thighs to press the block and press it so that the block would come out the back. And you're still breathing. Then you're gonna pause and try the other way. So now you're trying to push that block forward. And I always find it's interesting to see like how my feet respond, how my mouth responds, what my hands do, to try to help my inner thighs do the work that I want them to do. Okay, and then you're gonna pause, keep breathing. Notice how you're feeling. Now here, let's take our fingers, interlace, and turn your palms towards the ground. And we're going to inhale those arms up in line with your ears. If there gets to be any discomfort, you're gonna let go of your hands and just have your hands, shoulder distance apart. Inhale's gonna be up. Exhale, you're gonna sit into a high chair. Inhale up, press down with the feet, up with the hands. Exhale, sit down. Make sure that whole time you're using those abdominal muscles to help. So obviously, our leg muscles are pushing us up and down, but we also want to use your stomach and your back muscles in a way that works for your body, in a way that we're teaching ourselves how to use those muscles. All right, next time you come up, you're gonna release the hands. Now inhale's gonna be up. Exhale, you're gonna bring your elbows out into a wider position. The elbows bend, palms go forward. One more time. And then when you come up, you're gonna shake out your hands. Not really ready to take the block out yet. So without bonking your head on your block, you're gonna keep your hands on your thighs, inhale up, and exhale, slide down. So, and notice, like we do this movement a lot. How does it feel sliding up and down, holding the block between your legs, right? Does it feel differently? You're still breathing. Time flies when you're having fun. All right. So did it feel differently? Just curious. Yeah. It did for me as well. So we're gonna take that block out and we are going to carefully make our way down to the ground, right? So what is the safest way for you to get yourself on the floor? And if you're rounding your back down, you're gonna put something under your sits bones. So here, we're gonna start legs extended, feet flexed, and you're gonna take your right foot without using your hands and bring it in towards your thigh. If your knee is up in the air, you're gonna place a block under the knee so that it's supported. Now inhale, arms up in line with the ears. Exhale, you're gonna come forward with your head and heart, and maybe your hands come down to your legs, maybe they don't. Inhale back up. Inhale up, exhale down. And if it pulls on your back at all, you're gonna keep your hands on your leg and slide down. Okay, so you're doing what works for your body. Inhale up, exhale forward. One more time. When we come up this time, you're gonna release your hands and you're gonna take that knee and point, same knee, point it up towards the sky. Same side hand goes behind you, other arm is going to extend towards the sky. So left arm up, right arm back. Inhale, exhale, you're gonna wrap your hand or elbow around, belly towards the inner thigh. Keep breathing. Just notice how it feels differently to breathe when we're this deeply twisted. On an inhale, we're gonna lift up, exhale, come forward. One more thing with this leg, you're gonna lift the foot off the ground, flex the foot, and we're gonna rock. And you might, some people like to hug their leg, some people like to hold it, just gently moving side to side. And you're still breathing. And we're gonna take that leg and extend it down. And in your own time, again, without using your hands, bring that left foot into the inner thigh. And again, if your knee is lifted, place the block underneath. Extend those arms up towards the sky. Inhale is up, exhale over your leg. Moving with your breath. Inhale is up, exhale. This will be the last time. Inhale up, exhale down. And when you come up, we'll relax the arms and point that knee up towards the sky. Left hand behind you, right arm reaches up. Inhale, exhale, wrap around the front or take your elbow behind the knee, bring your belly towards the inner thigh. Long, smooth breaths. Again, nice big inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, come forward. You're going to take that foot, flex foot into our hand or into our arms and gently rock. Coming to the end almost. So when you're done rocking, we're going to bend both the knees and you're going to make your way onto your back body. So I have one more thing I want to do before we make our way into Shavasana. So you're going to safely get yourself onto your back body. Knees are bent and the knees and the ankles are touching one another. Arms are at your sides. Inhale, you're going to take the arms up overhead and open your knees out to the sides with the bottoms of the feet touching. Exhale, knees together, arms come down to your sides. Moving with your breath, inhale, opening the knees, arms overhead. Exhale, knees together, arms come down. And just moving at your own pace with your breath. And when you complete your next one and your arms are down and your knees are together, this is where I want you to check in with your body. Is there anything else that you need to feel comfortable, you need to do to feel comfortable in your body to be in Shavasana? And as you are doing that, I'm going to make way over to turn the lights off. So getting yourself into a comfortable position. And allowing your breath to start to help soften your body. So ever so gently in your own time, starting to bring yourself back to your body, back to your breath. Maybe remembering how you felt at the beginning of our practice and how you wanted to feel, noticing how you're feeling now. And then possibly making your way into a seated position, though you're welcome to spend a couple more minutes on the ground. As you come up to a seated position, we're going to bring the fingertips together with the palms separated and just bring them to some comfortable place in your lap or towards your body. And we're going to, all the fingertips are touching, we're going to add pressure to the pinkies and the ring fingers. And then pull the breath all the way to the lower part of the torso. So if you had a circle drawn where your belly button is, you're going to pull your breath to all the lower parts of the body, the legs, the feet, the pelvis, the belly. Shifting the pressure to the middle fingers and bringing your breath to the middle of the torso. You've had, rings drawn at the base of the rib cage and your belly button, right through the center of the breath with pressure on the middle fingers. And moving the pressure to the index fingers and the thumbs and focusing your breath on the upper part of the body. So through the rib cage, the chest, the head, the arms, the hands. Finally adding pressure to all the fingers. And as you breathe in, imagining the breath moving to every single cell and every part of the body, front, back, sides, top to bottom. And I invite you to continue to practice breathing with your entire body throughout the day. So thank you all so much for joining me. Let's close with a nice gentle Om. So nice big in breath. Stay.